Om Shanti. Today we will talk about accumulation of silence power, because in the last Murli of 5th of March, Bap Dada has emphasized about this, that accumulate this power. Before to accumulate, he told the reason why. Because of the importance of time. The time is going into extreme stage, and we have to have this power. Why? In order to catch the touchings of Bap Dada, his direction, signal, and Shrimat. In order to catch these three, we need clear and clean. Clean mind, clear intellect. So what is silence power? Bap Dada gave definition on 5th of March. Baba said, this is the power of the mind, that you are able to control your thoughts, your mind, and intellect whenever you wish. To such an extent control that even in your dreams, waste thoughts don't come. And that is called silence power. So we can see ourselves, our stage, where we are. So I divided this topic into 3 levels. What is silence power, and how to practice, and what are the benefits, and how do I know I am accumulating? What are the signs? So first, this is the definition Baba gave to all of us. Control. A few days ago, we had a class with Dadi Gulzar. We also asked her the same question. How do you practice silence stage, silence power? Dadi said, to stay in soul conscious stage. What it means? That I am a sovereign, a master, a king of these sense organs. Not to revise the point, I am a soul, but little higher thought, consciousness, I am Raja of these sense organs. So keep this consciousness, awareness, while talking, walking, interacting. Dadi said, without this, no control is possible. So I am a master of my own thoughts, my intellect, and sanskars. So to maintain this spiritual consciousness, and while walking, talking. Now, when I am in that consciousness, that I am the Raja, the master, the sovereign of mind, intellect, sanskar, then I am able to have the power to control myself. In terms of, let's say, I am talking to someone. I will not continue to talk hours and hours and hours. Go into ordinary talk. But I will have that sense that this much, that's it, and come out. She said, your mind will not go into ordinary activity. Especially, Dadi explained to all of us, the ordinary activity, let's say talking, laughing. Even in that level, the mind is not going into that ordinary. It's official. I am the Raja, only this much I need to talk, finish. Go back to that stage. So there is a control over my own words, own thoughts, and my habits. So silence power, that no waste thoughts even in the dream. How to get that stage? How to practice that? So one of the thing, this Baba said in one of the Murli, practice every day, during the day, time to time, within a second, go into sweet silence. So increase this practice, going into sweet silence. The other practice, Baba said, how you can get this power during the day is be introvert. One of the main virtue of the soul, one who has to accumulate silence power. Be in the introvert cave. Baba used the word cave. Go underground. Go into cave. Introvert stage. What it means? It means your mind is not getting attracted or affected by the vibrations of this world. And that is, Baba said, is called introvert stage. That the mind is not affected by vibrations and not affected by body conscious. So introvert stage is totally inside, in the cave. Then Baba explained in that Murli what is introvert stage means. Silence of the mind. And what it means, silence of the mind? So what is happening in the mind? Thinking. So silence of the mind means no waste thoughts in the mind. So Baba called this introvert stage. And then Baba talked about silence. He said practice staying in stable stage. That is silence of the mind. When the mind is in stable stage. Stable stage means constant in one mood. Not up and down state of mind. In Hindi we call ek ras, stable. Just mind is in one mood, constant in yogi mood, silent mood. Practice staying in stable stage, one Baba, none other. But to get this stage, stable stage, Baba said, you have to do two things during the day. Because our mind picks up some or another thoughts, then he said, change waste thoughts into pure thoughts. Change. When you see your mind is going into waste, change into pure thoughts. This practice you have to do during the day. As soon as mind goes, then change. Second, change Maya's obstacles. How can you change now? Because sometimes mind takes interest, thinking about Maya. You agree with me? It just gets into that kind of thinking, Before I know, it has a mental habit, we call it old habit of the mind, going into Maya. So, how you will change now these thoughts of Maya, obstacles? Change Maya's obstacles. In Hindi, obstacle is called Vighan. In Hindi, Baba said, change your obstacle, Vighan, into Lagan, more love for Baba, more attraction towards Baba. So this is how you can practice, he said, during the day, this silence. Staying in stable stage. To get that stable stage, do two things during the day. What you can do with your mind? Whenever mind is going into waste thoughts, immediately change into pure thoughts. Second, change Maya's obstacles by having more love for Baba. This is the practice you can do. Now, how do you know you are accumulating silence power during the day? What happens when I am in silent stage? First sign, because the soul is in soul conscious stage, full control over the mind, over the intellect, over the sanskar, the first sign is soul will not see the weaknesses of others. When mind see the weakness of other, what is happening? Leakage is going out, isn't it? So the first sign is the soul will not see the weaknesses of others. Second, you will not go into ordinary activity, not become ordinary. Waste is one level, other is ordinary. As I explained little earlier, ordinary, how much I need to talk, talk, go back into silence, not keep on talking. That will be ordinary again. Carry away, mind is carrying away with the sound. So go back into silence. So second is, you will not go into ordinary activity. Third, through silence power, you can give inspiration. You don't need to talk, but through silence power, you can give inspiration to other souls to become elevated. That is one of the signs silence power is doing, is touching the minds of others. And then next Baba said that what you can do through this power is you can even cooperate souls while staying very far away. The mind is, you are sitting here, but you can still send your thoughts of silence to the souls, and you can cooperate them. Cooperate by giving peaceful vibration, loving feelings. You can cooperate. And the next Baba said, you can even give stability of the mind to wandering minds. Anyone's mind is wandering, so you can even send through silence power the thoughts of silence, their mind will become stable, peaceful. The next, when you are having this silence power, no matter what happens, your mind can still go into silence. No one can pull your attention down because you have your own silence power. In one of the classes, the Janki has been talking about our elevated study. What is my study? Two things. One, elevated thoughts. Second, not go into past. So when mind go into past, I am not studying Raja Yoga then, isn't it? You know? Mind went into the past. So I lost connection. And elevated thought is my study. So the power of silence also means two things more, not and dot. Dot and not. Remember this Baba says in the Murli? Always put 3 dots. Which one? Yeah, I am a soul. But what kind of soul? King, master. Huh? That soul, I am master, king, sovereign, Raja. Second, Baba. Third, drama. So putting these 3 dots again and again during the day, using this gyan. So when mind go into any kind of unnecessary thoughts, waste thoughts, I put full stop, or go to Baba, remember Baba, or go back to stability on drama. Past is past. Just last week I was sharing in the class one thing which I realized, that how my own mind can suppress me. Even though in the scene of drama, maybe other soul is getting angry or doing any kind of defamation, whatever, but I, the soul, when I start to think and remember those thoughts, feelings, vibrations, at that minute I am suppressing myself. Do you agree with that? Cannot blame others, but I have to use this thought power to remember 2 things which Baba has been talking to us. Which are those 2 things? Have the habit of remembering 2 things, Baba and inheritance. Inheritance. Not to make the habit of the mind to think the thoughts or remember those thoughts and feelings of which takes away my happiness, inheritance. That is called suppression. No one else can suppress me. I am suppressing myself. I allow my mind to think. Remember, at that time, I deprived myself from Baba's inheritance. At that time, Baba is giving me chance to do some service, but my mind is thinking and remembering something, petty matters, whatever it is, unnecessary thoughts. So I deprived myself from Baba's inheritance. And I am not remembering Baba. Because when you remember Baba, Baba give you chance, isn't it? Opportunity to serve. Because your mind can be used for service. for Baba's service. Once we were in one of the country, we were coming by car and we saw accident on the way. So we were two Brahmins and one Lokik professor. So we two Brahmins went into silence. Then this Lokik professor, he said, "Why you stop talking? What you are doing?" Because when we saw accident on the road, what is my duty? Cannot say why it happened, who did this, whose mistake. We cannot bring our mind into this. We are on spiritual service. So at that time, go into silence. Give the vibration of peace to the soul who has left. Isn't it? So at that time, Baba can touch our mind what to do, because we are on spiritual service. Lokik mind will think, oh, this is accident, who did? They go into sound, words. And we have to remind ourselves we are on spiritual service, constant spiritual service. So this professor, when he said he saw both of us in silence, he said, "What you were doing?" Say, "We were sending thoughts of peace." This is Raj Yoga, We are really on spiritual service. You agree? What is spiritual service? Go into silence, send the thought. As Baba has been saying, constantly. Remember these two words he has been saying to us? Be ever ready. Suddenly something will happen. So he's not giving us date and time when it will happen, but any time, any minute, I am needed by Baba. I can only catch that vibration, that thought, that touching from Baba when I am in silence. When I am thinking something else, I cannot catch. So this power of silence is a power which connects with Baba, which connects with souls who need my help. And that is the work Baba is doing also, isn't it? Every day Baba touches us in silence. When you sit in yoga, the most beautiful thoughts you can catch, isn't it? In yoga. And when especially we are, experiencing so close to Baba, very close to Baba, really that thought, when you are catching this thought, yes, Baba, I am surrendering to you. And that is the closest thought to be with Baba. Close, very close relationship. When I am saying, Baba, I am here, I surrender to you. So when I experience that samarpan, surrender, and that's the very powerful connection with Baba. At that time, really, you feel like your heart has been totally open to Baba. There is nothing to hide, there is nothing to think, there is nothing to talk. Everything now is so clear. I think that stage is silent stage, isn't it? And before that, mind must be thinking so many thoughts. Sometimes mind can even go into expansion. But going out from this, dot and not. Dot is 3 and not is, you tell your mind, I cannot think this, waste. I cannot get involved into ordinary activity, not. And dot is 3 dots. But it really needs, at the right time, that right thought to come to help the mind. But it only happens when I am in most of the time in silence. Because I saw, Dadi Gulzar, I asked her, do you really practice, Dadi? Now I am a soul, I am a soul, I am a soul, I am a pure soul. She said, no, I don't practice this. I said, what do you practice? I am a Raja, I am a master, I am a sovereign. Yeah? I am the master of these sense organs. So it is called staying in that awareness, intention, and staying in that stage, even while I am looking at you. So she told last week that even you are walking, your practice is looking at the soul as a shining star. That practice keeps you away from body consciousness. Did you get it? No, because silence is there, isn't it? Silence is in soul conscious stage is a silence. Body conscious stage there is no silence. There is upheaval, disturbance. There is a sound. The mind is so low, weak energy in body consciousness. It is being shaken. But in silence stage, in spiritual power, when I have a atmic bhav, Dadi used the word atmic bhav, intention of soul consciousness, and staying in that intention, catching hold of that vibration of silence. So I am even talking, but inside I am really aware, this is me. Finish talking, this is me. So I don't lose that intention. And while coming into interaction, I'm not losing that awareness. So that kind of attention is needed. And checking during the day. Checking is very necessary in order to change. Without checking, cannot change. And how do I know that whole day was my silent day? Evening time, you can see your mind, your thought, quality of thoughts, thoughts of happiness emerging in your mind. And that is the income I have done today. But if the thoughts are being pulled by body conscious, and the old habits, old sanskar, even I am sitting in silence outside, but mind is being pulled by body conscious, body, old sanskar, old nature, possessions, things of this world, that's not silence. You agree? When mind is pulled by these things, body conscious, possession, things, relationship, that time mind is not in silence. It's getting pulled. It's out of silence. So silence power means I have a power not to be pulled by any of these old. That's why Baba talked about introvert cave. He uses the word cave. That I am sitting in the cave. Have you seen cave in Mount Abu? There are many caves here. Once I went in one of the cave. It's just near Panda Bhavan to give invitation to one saint. So we went into his cave. It was under the mountain. Nothing there. Nothing there. Just this one saint and a little bit food and one piece of bed sheet. Finish. He is in tapasya. He is in silence. Nothing pulls his mind, isn't it? But of course, we Baba's children, Raji yogis, we are not Hati yogis, but we have to understand, isn't it? With understanding, we are doing this practice, not to be pulled, even though we know everything is around us. So silence power, such control over the thoughts and intellect. Another thought is when the mind and intellect total concentrated, total focus. Not the thought is one, the intellect is saying something else, but total concentration, ekagrata, just one focus is silence power. And the other one which comes in my mind is this sweet silence which Baba talked on 5th of March, the homework to increase, that during the day, what I have been doing is I am remembering that scene, when Bap Dada comes and he does the drill to us, he conducts that meditation to us. So I bring that picture in my mind, that atmosphere in my mind, that vibrations in my mind, Because whenever Bap Dada conducts that, I have experienced, taking that powerful drishti, I don't see anything else. It's just I, the soul, in front of the brightest star. Like a Baba as a sun giving me the rays of power, of detachment, disconnection from this world. So holding that vibration. So I bring that kind of, vibration, atmosphere, that feelings in my mind. Total sweet silence. So that is called, again and again going into that atmosphere. Like if it is very hot outside, in your home you have a one room which is cool. Immediately from hot you go into cool room. So in the inside of my mind there is also this cool, sweet, silent room. So whole day, maybe I was thinking something, but now I am going into this sweet, silent room where I can refresh myself and disconnect from the scene or the moment which just passed, finished. Now I start again. Go into silence, then now I am going into action with that consciousness. So sweet silence, again next day, Amrit Vela, When I sleep tonight, tomorrow morning when I get up, same thoughts which were last night in my mind, no more in the next day in Amrit Vela. If those thoughts still continue next day, so what will happen? Still I am not today, I am in the yesterday. The mind is in yesterday stage, not today. So powerful silence that tonight when I sleep, finish my day, and next morning I am in my powerful stage. Not a yesterday, any single thought can pull me back. And that's the power of silence, isn't it? So much control. So to practice again and again during the day. I think my experience is that it needs attention. This is our study. Dadi Gulzar other day said in the class, what is our study? Attention. Pay attention. No attention, no gain. Then tension comes. Mind goes into frequency of tension. Disturbance, pull. So keeping the mind above from this vibration with attention. And the attention is again and again bringing this thought and awareness in my mind. I am sovereign, master, king of mind, intellect, sanskar. Without this awareness, still mind can be pulled. Because this awareness, I am a Raja, I am the master, I am the sovereign, I am the king, then I can only control my mind, intellect, sanskar, isn't it? If I lose that awareness, mind will be working, keep pulled by different direction. Because that awareness has a power to control the thoughts. So therefore, silence power. Baba said, not even a waste thought in the dream. Imagine during the day, whatever action I am doing, whatever speech I am speaking, everything is imprinting in me, and if it is waste, then it will be open up in the dream, isn't it? It's not pure thoughts, it's a waste thoughts. They touch even in the dream. So it means that during the day I must have a good control. Because it's conscious, no? With the conscious stage I can control, means I'm aware what is happening in my mind. In the dream, no conscious effort. So I cannot control. Only during the day I can control. During the night when I am sleeping, can I control? All sanskars, memories, open book. We don't know, climbing on the mountain, going by car, different dreams, different vibrations, thoughts. But during the day, only chance I have. During the day I can progress, isn't it? Nighttime I cannot make progress plans for my self-progress. Only during the day. So accumulating power of silence. In one of the Murli I was reading today, even Baba said traffic control is also your time to accumulate silence power. And every hour they play here song, Hindi song, every hour. You are listening, no? Now every day they are playing. And that song also says in Hindi, with the power of silence, we have to create a peaceful world. And that is the song they play. Shanti ki Shakti se. Shanti, peace. Shakti, power of peace. With the power of silence, we have to create a new world. What is new world? Not outside new world. It is inside new world. With the power of silence, we create a new world. So let us, pay so much attention to this aspect of silence power. So first, a few minutes now we will be practicing two things. That I, the soul, I am sovereign, king, Raja. Okay? Bring this thought and then look at your mind, where it is going, and bring it. Now it is the time for me to be with Baba. This is the time, isn't it? I cannot think about food now. I cannot think about the country I live. Now, this minute, in this minute, I am with Baba. So this first one we will practice, the first one. I, the soul, I am master, sovereign, Raja of my own mind. I will give order to the mind now. I am with Baba. So let's do this few minutes, this practice. Then after that we will change another one. And that is, I, the soul, in front of Baba, in Param Dham. Total silence. I am not remembering what part I have played. What is my responsibility? Finish. No roles, responsibility. Nothing to think. I am just a seed here in front of Baba. Complete merge stage silence. Then 7 to 7:30 will be total silence, sweet silence. So these two consciousness we will practice now. After that, total silence. Om Shanti. लाल लाइट करनी. So sit alert way, like Brahma Baba, very alert. So let's practice first consciousness that I, the soul, I'm a master. Master of the mind, intellect, and sanskar. I, the soul, elevated soul. I give direction to the mind. That now I am with Baba, to experience